We are your back to school authority, and the plan to send kids back to school in Waterbury is out. I'm joined by Dr. Verna Ruffin, the superintendent of Waterbury Public Schools, to talk more about the plan. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you're going to implement a hybrid learning model, which has in-person learning in the morning and also a continuation of distance learning at home. Exactly what's that going to look like so parents can understand?
Absolutely. I think that that's probably one part of the plan where parents have the most questions about. We want our students to be in person with their teachers in the morning in a school and receive the instructions. They'll also receive breakfast and a lunch. In the afternoons, what we see is partial afternoon when students are going to be at home. The continuation of that learning will be things that we always wanted to provide within our school settings, such as iReady, such as resources that the students have been working with in their schools and labs. They'll now have the ability to do that independently because those will always exist in their online learning platform. So we wanted to create an in-person environment to allow our students to come into the buildings. Some of our buildings are not air conditioned, so we wanted to provide an opportunity to come in at the time that it's coolest in the mornings and then have an opportunity to go back and to continue their learning virtual.
But all the students come in at the same time? You have enough space for everybody?
Yes, we have approximately 40% of our parents who responded that their children will be returning. So we believe that with that amount, we definitely are going to be able to provide a safe and healthy environment with the social distancing, and to provide that in such a way that we have classrooms that are appropriately sized for what we're trying to achieve, along with their in-person teacher in their classrooms. Yes, we believe that we could provide that in that learning environment Monday through Friday. We chose to do the same group of students. I know that in some other hybrid models, that's not the model, but we chose Monday through Friday with the same group of students for that very reason. Now, we want some consistency in who's entering the building.
So just to clarify, does that mean 60% have said they want to keep their kids online only at home?
That is correct. That's what the data has said to us at this point. So we're busily beginning what we're going to call our virtual academy, and registration for that will be coming out very soon. So parents can enroll their children or register a very simple registration for the virtual academy.
What are you going to do about teachers who might have children in different districts, who might have to stay home? Do they take leave, or can they do an online option?
The same options that we provided for our families, we provided for our teachers and our staff. And we have approximately 1,700 respondents as of 2 or 3 days ago, and 86% at that time saying that they were going to return in person. We, as recently as last night, found out that we have 1,200 teachers that have responded, and 89% of our teachers are expecting to come back. So what we expect from that is, certainly appreciative of the people that have taken the time to fill out the questionnaire. We believe that we're going to be able to offer a very robust in-person and online learning platform with the staff members who are returning.
And finally, I only have about 30 seconds left or less. What will happen if a student or teacher tests positive for COVID?
We have protocols in place to immediately address that, including immediate taking care of the individual if that happens while they're in school in an isolation room, as well as notification to the health department, to my chief operating officer, and of course to notify the people that student has been in contact with. And decisions about whether we need to self-quarantine or quarantine an entire class will be very well communicated to our families so that people can make the best choice for their children and their families.
Dr. Verna Ruffin, thank you so much for sharing some details about what it will look like in Waterbury this fall.
Thank you for having me.